Hey, girlfriend! Want to hear a secret? I tricked my brain into losing weight 2 times faster. And now you can too. Keep watching to find out all about the weight loss hacks you've been sleeping on. On paper, losing weight seems to be a fairly simple equation, right? Eat less calories than your body needs. The scales will begin to tip in the right direction, yada yada. But for those of us trying to shed extra pounds, it might feel like a struggle we can never manage to overcome. You see, losing weight is more of a mental battle than a physical one. Your brain controls your food cravings and is what makes you feel weak when you lock eyes with a slice of chocolate cake. So, even though it is a part of your body, sometimes it might feel like it is working against you. Yep, it be your own. Don't worry, you can do simple things to take charge and play your Uno reverse trick to make you lose weight twice as fast. Heard about volume eating? I'll tell you what it is and why you need to start doing it from today. The last thing you'd want to do if you're attempting to lose weight and adopt a healthy diet would seem to be to eat a ton of food, right? But if you stick to low-calorie, nutrient-rich foods, it can work. This technique is called volume eating. Basically, in order to eat more without consuming too many calories, volume eating emphasizes the consumption of fruits, vegetables, and whole grain, which are low in calories and high in minerals and fiber. This is great for you if you're attempting to lose weight or simply have a huge appetite and want to cut back on your overall food intake. You see, most people's initial thought when trying to lose weight is to cut back on their food intake. We naturally strive to eat less food since we are aware that you must be in a calorie deficit in order to lose weight. But by concentrating on high volume foods, you can maintain your weight loss goals without limiting your overall calorie intake and tricking your brain into losing weight twice as fast. It's simple. You can fill yourself on fewer calories by concentrating on foods with lower calories and more volume. Oh, and this ain't no fad. The way volume eating helps in weight loss is supported by a number of scientific ideas. First, there is some discrepancy between food, physical weight, and calorie content. Second, the calorie content of foods is reflected in their macronutrient composition. And also, different macronutrients have different calorie counts per gram. So, for example, protein has 4 calories per gram, whereas carbohydrates have 4 and fat has 9. Some volume eating fans even claim that this is a healthy method to lose weight without excessively stressing about calorie counts on everything you eat. For the same number of calories, 3.5 cups of raw spinach will physically take up more room in your stomach than a half a cup of cooked spinach, making you feel fuller. Plus, a lot of the high volume foods available are high in fiber, which will heighten your feeling of satiety. On the other hand, consuming foods heavy in calories but lacking in nutrients makes us feel hungry afterward. Oh, but just because the rest of your diet is lower in calories doesn't mean you should eat too much or smuggle in too many high-calorie things like candy or French fries. You still need to monitor how many times you eat and your portion size. The best part? Adopting a volume eating lifestyle can easily help you lose weight and has many other health benefits. The thing is, many of us find it difficult to simply break a long-standing habit like overeating or the need to be munching on something or the other. This is a solution specifically for that problem. Your tendency to overeat can naturally be reduced when you eat by creating a calorie deficit. It's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Don't go anywhere because I'll tell you exactly which foods to add to your diet to lose weight 2 times fast. You will consume less food if your lower calorie diet requires you to consume 1,900 calories daily instead of your usual 2,500 calories. And it'll happen without you feeling miserable too, because in theory, you will be consuming more food overall when you include more high-volume foods in your diet. Yep, no need to graze on small meals all day long. This technique helps you trick your brain so you'll be able to eat large, satisfying meals and still be in a calorie deficit to help you reach your target body weight twice as fast. Oh, and consuming large quantities of food does not mean eating salad or lettuce at every meal. There are tons of alternatives you can choose from. Leafy green vegetables like lettuce, spinach, and kale, cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, butternut squash, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, and broccoli, stem and other vegetables like peppers, onions, cucumbers, zucchini, and celery, whole fruits like berries, are some examples of high-volume foods. Other high-volume foods include egg whites and oatmeal. By the way, when using the volume eating strategy, you should be careful to include foods with medium amounts of calories as well. So that means things with high water content, moderate to high fiber, sugar content, and most importantly, more calories per serving. These can include whole grains, lean meat cuts, and root vegetables like beets, carrots, and sweet potatoes. Also, it's about how you're taking these foods. For instance, you can replace your cooked spinach, which shrivels to almost nothing, with a side salad that includes raw spinach for significantly greater volume. Fruits and vegetables will be considerably more full in their raw state than when they have been cooked, and you will be adding more nutrient-dense foods to your diet. You can learn more about the things you can add to your diet to speed up your weight loss in my free ebook. On the other hand, low-volume foods are something you want to steer clear of, as they are high in fat and have a higher sugar content. In fact, fat has more than double the amount of calories per gram as protein and carbohydrates do. So, if you do eat low-volume, high-calorie items, do it in moderation. I'm talking about food that's high in sugar and contains the most calories per serving, including fatty meat cuts, cheese, butter, oils, nuts, seeds, dried or juiced fruits, honey, peanut butter, maple syrup, sugar, and other nut and seed-based foods, pasta, bread, ice cream, chips, the majority of highly processed foods, and fatty sauces or dressings, like ranch and mayo, are some further examples of low-volume, high-calorie items. Oh, and another thing you want to steer clear of is drinking your calories. It rarely makes you feel satisfied, and the extra calories can pile up quickly without you noticing. Now, you can definitely include protein drinks to your diet, but juice, coffee, or milk aren't filling. So, if you want to maintain a high-volume diet, concentrate on eating your calories rather than drinking them. Also, remember to pick up airy munchies. Instead of eating a lot of chips or pretzels, grab some popcorn, rice cakes, or some other type of airy snack. Now, you might be thinking, is eating a lot healthy for me? Well, guess what? Volume eating works for everyone. Again, being a volume eater makes sense if your goal is to lose weight fast, since you'll be able to consume more food while consuming fewer calories, which will help you create a calorie deficit. But get this, focusing on high volume foods is incredibly advantageous, even if weight loss is not your main goal. You see, when we concentrate on quantity, we have a tendency to go for foods that are higher in nutrients, lean protein, good fat, and generally extremely nutritious selection. That's great for everyone. In fact, only if you want to gain weight that volume eating might not be the best choice for you. Oh, and I know what you're thinking. Full plates or bowls are often seen as undesirable and not something you do on your weight loss journey. But contrary to popular belief, larger volume does not necessarily equal more calories. Due to the fact that high-volume foods are mostly fruits and vegetables, volume eating can actually enhance fiber and nutrient density. You see, sometimes eating is a psychological thing. Some people might not feel content until they've finished their plate or eaten a whole meal, which is why diets often leave you feeling unsatisfied. Volume eating lets you enjoy a meal without feeling like you have restricted yourself in terms of portion. Plus, this type of diet can, according to research, reduce your chances of developing heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and several cancers. In fact, your entire digestive tract will benefit greatly from eating more fiber-rich fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Most people don't even get the recommended amounts of fiber per day, which are 21 to 25 grams for women and 30 to 38 grams for men. With volume eating, that's more than possible. If you like this video, you're gonna love hearing about the perfect busy mom's morning weight loss routine in the next video.